All right. Oops, wrong bag. The Botgrinder DEMIBOT. The collaboration between Botgrinder and DEMIBOT is finally here. Let me show you how to build this thing. Hey there, welcome to today's video, everybody. Well, fuck it, frames here, frames for sale. The DEMIBOT, the collaboration between me and DEMIBOT is finally here. I am so freaking stoked on this thing, you don't even know. A lot of you actually do know because I've been talking about it for months. I've been testing this thing for freaking ever, and it's here. It's finally here for sale. You can get your hands on one. The link is in the description. Go to DEMIBOT.com, get you a DEMIBOT. My purpose for making this video is I want to show this off. I want to show you some of my favorite features of this frame and why I think it's the ultimate freaking freestyle frame. And I'm going to show you just how easy it goes together. I'm going to do a build real quick. It'll take like 3 freaking minutes. This thing slaps together super easy. It fits everything you want to put in it, and it's damn near indestructible. Well, let's jump into it. Let me show you what I love about this frame. So this thing features 6mm arms, 3mm top, mid, and bottom plates. It's got mounting in the middle for a 20x20 or 30x30 ESC stack. It also has 20x20 and 30x30 in the rear, so you can fit a Walksnail, a DJI, analog, 30x30, HD0, whatever VTX you run, whatever system you run, this will fit that VTX. The front fits just about any camera. If you have a smaller camera, you can just get a different, thicker camera mount, or you can use a stock one to fit any of the cameras that we're currently using. It's got press nuts instead of screws, and possibly my favorite part is these arm ends. These arm ends are evil. These are freaking brutal. If you don't want to get your little arm ends scratched up, there are 3D prints available for these. In fact, there's 3D prints available on Thingiverse for all of these from DEMIBOT, or you can buy them from DEMIBOT's site. Or Brain 3D is the official 3D prints of this frame. So if you want to get something official that's made, designed, and made for this by somebody, go to Brain 3D and pick them up if you can't print them on your own. You'll notice that all the hardware is black on this. This is a murdered out, black on black DEMIBOT, evil as shit frame. But I did all black, not only because I think it looks super cool to be murdered out, but also because I encourage you to paint your frame. Why not? Every frame is this black carbon color. Paint your frame, dude. This shit looks super sick when you paint it, and there's like basically 3 main parts to this, and then the arms, so you can paint it whatever freaking color scheme you want. Basically, I want to see if you pick up one of these DEMIBOTs and you paint it, tag me on the internet. I want to see what you did with it. It comes with everything you'll need to put this together, as you'll see in the build video, except for the 3D print for the VTX in the back. It comes with a little camera, 3D prints in the front, but there's so many different VTXs and antenna systems now, you just got to print your own, get your buddy to do it, or order one online. If you don't have a buddy, you don't have money to order one after you order the frame, if I'm the last result, hit me up. I'll fucking print you something for the back of your frame, for real. Hit me up if you absolutely need it. Don't hit me up unless you absolutely need it. But I don't want you to be out there, you know, without a print. I got you, dog. I think my favorite thing about this frame, though, for real, is just the versatility of it. Like, this will fit any system you want to put into it and protect the shit out of it. You know what I mean? Between the countersunk screw holes on the bottom, the super thick arms that are going to protect your motors, especially 2207 motors, which you should be running for freestyle because this is just a fucking nice frame, man. Shout out to Jaden, who was like basically my contact point at DEMIBOT, and Tommy, and everybody else on the team for fucking killing it on this frame. Dude, this, I had some shit in my head, like, I want to make a freestyle frame, and went blah, and they made this, and they came up with this. Dude, like, I can't fucking believe it. This is the most amazing fucking freestyle frame for real I've ever fucking seen. I am tooting my own horn. Don't take my word for it, pick one up. If you're used to buying cheaper frames, you know what I mean, clone frames, which you should not be buying clone frames. But if you're buying cheaper frames, you've never had a nice one, I highly suggest, not just because it's mine, but I highly suggest picking up a nice frame. Pick up a nice, especially if you do freestyle. A nice frame will make a huge amount of difference. Not only is it more durable, these frames are tested for their resonance too, and Tommy sent me screenshots of the resonance tests of this, and it's virtually nothing. It is so freaking clean. If you fly a shitty, shaky frame and then you go to something nice and clean like this, you will feel the difference. It will literally make you a better pilot. All right, let me show you how this thing goes together real quick. The Botgrinder DEMIBOT. The collaboration between Botgrinder and DEMIBOT is finally here. Let me show you how to build this thing. So in your frame kit, you're going to get your arms. You're going to get your mid plate that has the press nuts in it. You're going to get your bottom plate. This is going to be the front. And then you have your top plate. You're also going to get all the standoff, screws, everything, all the hardware that you're going to need to build it. You get a couple of straps. You get a little DEMIBOT keychain and sticker. You get the 3D mounts for the camera, for the FPV camera. And you get a little piece of DEMIBOT grip. And you're also going to get these press nuts, which are going to be for your stack, either 20/20 or 30/30. You're going to pop these in yourself. It has a little screw to help you do that. I'll explain that here in just a minute. All right, so first thing, open up all your packages. First thing you do is grab your bag of press nuts. And also there will be a bag with one single screw and one single little washer. You're gonna grab your mid plate, and you see how there are 30-30 as well as 20-20 mounting holes. You're gonna decide which you want to put them in. You're gonna either do 20-20 or 30-30 now. Right now you have to make a fucking huge decision in your life. Are you a 20x20 person or are you a 30x30 person? It screams a lot about you. Okay, this part's pretty easy. You see how the press nuts are in here? See how it's like the nut side up? You choose 20-20 or 30x30 and get one of your little press nuts. Just kind of set it in the appropriate hole. That's a little crooked. You want to get it as straight in there as possible. Here, take your little washer screw combo and just screw it in the other side of that press nut. It's alright if it pops out like that. Just kind of get it in there and just turn it. And there you go. You have installed the first press nut. Now just do that 3 more times. And there we go. All 4 press nuts installed. Way to go. I'm proud of you. Alright, now it's time to start putting the frame together. Take this bag that has the shorter flathead screws or whatever, not the bucket heads, whatever these ones are called, the little countersunk screws. Maybe that's what they're called. Take one of these countersunk screws, get your bottom plate, run it right through the middle on the countersunk side. See how this is the countersunk side, normal side? Run one of those countersunk screws right through the middle of your countersunk side. Take your little center block, pop that thing right on there in the middle. You're gonna wanna keep this as straight as possible. It's gonna be pretty hard to do that, so whatever, but just keep in mind you're trying to keep it straight. Then you're gonna take your mid plate and you're gonna put that on there. And guess what? That little middle hole, that screw's gonna go right through that middle hole. So get that in there. Don't worry about keeping that block perfectly straight. You're gonna be able to straighten that out later. So you should have it looking just like that. So one thing you can do is not tighten it quite all the way, and you can get your tool in there and kind of get that little block as straight as possible. You want that straight because we're going to be putting the arms in there now. So this is the front, the bottom of your frame, and that's the mid plate right there. Take your first arm, kind of set it in there like that. See, if you do it right, let me see if I can see in here. If you do it right, you have that little block straight. So the arm will kind of just go in there, boom, sit in there perfectly. Then you're going to run a couple screws through it. Go ahead and grab a screw from the same bag that you took the ones out for the middle. It's going to be this size one. Flip the frame over and set it through that outside hole. It's going to be the outside one. Go ahead and tighten that up. Get it in there. It goes into the press nut. Now maybe don't do it super tight in case you're going to need to move that middle block around. Mine I think is pretty centered, so I'm not going to need to move it too much. And just go ahead and install the other 4 arms. I like to do them like this. And you should feel the arms kind of just like settling into place as you do that. They shouldn't feel weird. Everything should kind of fit in there. Pretty snug, but not forceful. So go ahead and tighten down your last screw on there. And then, bro, there you go. Now you're halfway there. All you gotta do is put on some standoffs in the top plate and you're good to go. It's pretty insane just how nice and stiff this frame is, you know what I mean, without even all the screws in. Go ahead and give it a try. If you're this far along, go ahead and give it a try. See how those feel. Next up, we're going to be doing the stack screws. That is the longer countersunk screws that look like this. Now, so you have an extra one of these countersunk smaller ones. Don't worry, you're going to have a couple extra screws with this kit. Grab one of your countersunk longer screws, flip it back over, and wherever you installed your press nuts, either 20x20 or 30x30, that's where you're going to be installing these. I did 20x20, so mine are going to go in there. There we go. Stack screws installed. Easy peasy. Damn, we are almost done. Congratulations. The 4 taller standoffs go on the front of the frame, while the 2 shorter standoffs go in the rear of the frame. Oh shit. Oh fuck, I dropped it. Alright, now we're just putting in standoffs, so this is super easy. Grab one of the smaller countersunk screws, run it up through the bottom, and put a standoff on. Nice. Do you feel how beefy these are? These are 1mm thicker than typical standoffs, so these things should not be breaking. Alright, finish it off and put the shorter ones in the rear. Alright, that's looking good. Got all the standoffs in. Now we're just going to go ahead and take these 3D prints right here for the camera mounts. I'll push them down the rest of the way once I actually get my camera in there and everything. But you put your pop what? But basically for the frame to be done, you just pop that top plate on, put a couple screws in the back, get your GoPro mount on the front, and you have just built a Botgrinder / DEMIBOT. Congratulations. Are you excited? Are you excited to go rip this thing? This is ridiculous. This is the best fucking frame I've ever seen in my life. Are you kidding me? Now it does come with these little black washers, which you can use when you put your GoPro mount on these. Put these down first and it'll help you from ripping your screw through your GoPro mount. If you prefer 2.5 bucket head screws, these also come in the bag. So you're gonna have your choice of the countersunk or these. I prefer the countersunk, but I know a lot of people like these. So it's up to you, it's your frame. build the shit how you want. And boom, there you go. The frame is put together. Like, it really is super easy. There's tons of room for any VTX or stack you want to put in it, and camera. Like this frame, it does it all, and it's super freaking durable. That was my goal when I set out to make this, was just an ultimate basher freestyle frame, like I always do. This is a third frame, first time with UMAGOD, and they absolutely crushed it, man. I am beyond ecstatic. Thank you very, very much, everybody. UMAGOD and the entire team, Jaden, all you fools. Thank you very much. You fucking killed it. I'm so excited for y'all to get your hands on this one. Like, this is a damn good freestyle frame. It's 2022. We've been flying shit for a while now, you know what I mean? I personally have been in FPV 5 or 6 years. It's time to make a super durable freestyle frame that is specifically meant to throw at bandos, to fucking bash in office parks. You know what I mean? Do what you want, not worry about it. When you crash, you can just go pick your quad up, change the props, go at it again. No changing your arms, no changing any of the plates. Fuck that shit. Speaking of changing the plates, keeping it super real, this is my tester frame right here. Do you see that crack? Do you see that crack across the back right there? So that is the only place that I think this frame is going to be breaking, and that crack is only one layer of carbon. It's kind of hard to show it on camera, but that does not go all the way through. That's only one layer, and it does not move at all. It's still stiff as it ever was, you know what I mean? That's just the top layer that's cracked, but I think especially if you have a heavy VTX, that's the part that's going to break, not the arms. So maybe pick up, you know, a spare mid plate. Pick up some spare arms if you want to. Shit, nothing lasts forever, but in all my testing and both of my testers' testing, none of us have broken an arm, which is pretty fucking insane. Speaking of replacement parts, they are available on UMAGOD's site, as well as the entire frame kit. You can pick it up for $89. I think it's fucking incredible. If you're in the market for a new frame, if you just want to try something new, go for it. You know what I mean? If you know UMAGOD, you know everything he makes is fucking quality, and this is the Botgrinder frame from UMAGOD, dude. I think we fucking killed it, honestly. I'm super excited for y'all to get yours, so when you do hit me up, I want to see your build photos. I want to see you build clean-ass quads. I want to see you build dirty-ass fucking basher quads. I want to see y'all paint them, you know what I mean? So please tag me on YouTube or Instagram if you do pick up this frame and you make a really nice build. I want to check that shit out. Even an ugly build, fuck, my builds are ugly as fuck. Look at this. I fucking zip ties and tape on everything, man. I don't give a shit. Here, oh yeah, also here's the arms. If you're at all worried about the arms breaking, like the little devil horny things, this is my tester frame. This is what the arms look like after months and months of testing. Like, nothing breaks off, you know what I mean? Boom. It just gets a little smushy there. Every single fucking arm. Look at that. That one's a little, that's probably the worst one, but it still protects these motors. That's the whole point of them being this thick, is to protect the motors. All right, everybody, you can go to umagod.com as well as retailers soon. This frame just dropped. I actually dropped it yesterday for patrons. I did a patron first thing, so now is the first day it's released for the public. If you want to pick one up from umagod.com, head on over there. Your local FPV store or your favorite online store will be having them pretty soon here. If you have any questions about the frame, feel free to reach out. I would love to help you answer them or something. What? If you have any questions about the frame, feel free to hit me up and I will totally do my best to answer those questions for you. If you want to know my build, there's a description below. It has every single part that I use on my drone. That's literally what I use in everything. I highly suggest running my motors on these. You can get them at fpvexchange.com, TBS, teamblacksheep.com, FPV or Get FPV, everywhere pretty much. All right, thank you so much everybody for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful day. Buy the frame, and I'll see you in them bando. No, it's dumb. Can't promise the next frame will be better because this one's a fucking banger, but I got a new video dropping tomorrow where I do something pretty cool. I'll see you then. Okay, I love you. Bye. All right. Oops. Wrong bag.